already touched on it a little. Yoru is definitely kind of a peculiar pick given the current meta, but
okay, GE on defense, full sense on attack.
Full sense playing.
You're a billionaire. Give us the joggers, mate.
Yoru pick is about?
When I was competing in CS, the prize money was literally 100 for a win. When I was doing observing, the average pay was $100 a day. Prius is now making 10 times that.
You know, having played chamber and things like that.
Relax yourselves, guys.
Neatly, if he can actually get on that op also.
My esports winnings aren't even 5,000.
Huge for either side. You know, you can't forget about Jitboys and Primi. Round 3
I'm playing catch up right now. Relax yourself.
Move that I've seen there from GE. They just have a little bit of a cursory look
I've finally reached it to the glory days.
Already on the rotate over to A. Yes, they have given up the site. Full sense in there, happy to take it. And
you don't make that much money that fast. I'm telling you.
Rotate as well.
Taxes exist.
A little bit of damage through the door, so gotta watch out for your health. Ooh. Sheriff shots from Yudotan. And now Full Sense are kind of pinned down on site. Cruz is playing off site, and he's the only one.
Cruz might be the one that does have to come into play late to win this round. GE starting to make their way forward. The spam from Yudotan does catch Prim as he tries to work his way out of that smoke, and the rest of the dominoes will fall. GE.
That's one hell of a retake on this.
In the pistol
Dude,
round to start
everyone heaven.
Yikers. Yeah.
Everyone heaven.
Was it?
Not really. As soon as that a little bit of damage went through the doors, that player's slow HP pinned down on site with less util. This was always going to be GE. I mean, they were just set up.
Well, there was one guy waiting on door. I take that back.
And that kind of lets you know.
One guy waiting for the reaction door.
For this half, at least, where they're on defense, reactive
that was
plays,
pretty nice
just, you know, coasting through. We'll see what Full Sense does. We react in kind. At the same time, though, I mean, I just do feel like, how is there not more drama now? Has it all just petered out at this point? I want to talk about the walkout. They weren't even looking Frost in the eye, man.
Yeah, but we did get the fist bump.
We got the fist
bump. So the beef isn't as bad as it was with Termi. Is there even beef? I don't know. Maybe it's overdone.
Maybe. Well.
Okay, nice bit of damage started off. Not too much,
but...
They're
on the back foot, so...
Oh, they actually have a window with the reload here. And it's a ghost.
Timing on the spam there from Crystal, but recovered nicely, gets the 2K.
It's
Autumn
a little scary.
Well.
Heal up.
Should be enough to hold on to this round for GE.
Bullets, no?
Patman goes low, but still wins his duel. So a 3-on-1 for Kahlua. And he's only got that ghost in hand, so
it had 9 bullets, so I guess
firepower to win this round. But you know, it's a decent result for Full Sense anyway. Get a plant, get a couple of kills. If he can maybe find one more here, particularly onto Patman, who is low, if he can sort of isolate that duel, then this would be a pretty expensive round for GE. Not going to happen.
It's a lovely little dash out here.
3 guns go through. GE take
Perfect
the round.
Muda.
I think both teams can walk away from
on the minimap. Force him to swing.
Pretty big guns as well. Rifles, well, at least the Bulldog and the Outlaw. So pretty much either way, still comfortable, and this is where you start to put a bit more of a spotlight onto Full Sense. Take a look at how they're going to play their side of things once they get into that full buy. I mean, this is where I get a bit concerned as well, Elfish. I mean, last week, Full Sense against Nongshim, 13-8. Remember that one round against Francis?
Yeah.
Frost was just pissed the hell off.
Yeah, no, I mean that was not a great round. I will give you that. Francis
is this Yoru buff? Yeah, it is.
Needed to be traded down.
People that don't know, 20 seconds on the TP now. Big buy rounds. Clone set up over towards short, heavy shutdown and kill trips. Well, kill traps set up, I guess.
Things off slow as well.
Over towards Door and Jenny.
It is early days, right? So
the Killjoy's playing on site.
What Full Sense is going to bring to the table here as well. Heavy conversation, of course, around Primi over on the deadlock last week. I don't think he necessarily.
A long day ahead today. Yeah, it's every region today.
The comfort territory of the Jet. Jitboys was a real standout
good games
last week as well, I thought. So I think Full Sense have definitely got the pieces of the puzzle that they need to
I really shouldn't have got up at 5:30.
on my build div.
That's on me.
Then again, who knows? Apparently, just putting them in alphabetical order gets you a win. But right now, there's always the factor of that.
You did what? Mate, I couldn't get back to sleep. I was too excited.
Going out short.
I wish I was joking.
I don't quite know. Just sending a secondary team to poke around short a little. If Jitboys gets one more kill, that's run it back, and they can always just send it in a split.
Another walk into the A side by the looks of things. But this time, GE have some defenses set up. Autumn being one of those, Crystal the other, not having too much success.
Good damage on this one as well.
This push through from
Holy
Sephiroth
my guy, it's some nice
is going to
confidence
be the
in this.
difference maker, and Full Sense this time are well and truly on top in the round.
Yeah, the next Prince of Thailand, meant to be the upcoming IGL if and when Cruz departs. And he's already making his own moves right now. This is such a great hold from Full Sense. G are going to have to try to take down a couple more players if they are to take this round away, but it's not likely.
Gonna have a crack for sure. Cruz tucked in the corner will grab an easy freebie onto Patman, and Udotan has just gone for the scenic route.
Little
back
save.
into A
I
main.
mean, Full
Now
Sense
he's
will take that.
He's picked
4
up
people staying
Phantom.
alive. Good fill info where he is
they're
as
gonna
well.
let him live.
Don
I guess
Carty
why
with the
not?
Prime. Thank you for the 8 months.
He's going to be
Thank you so
working
much,
off
mate.
of not the best eco anyway. But otherwise, everything's fine and dandy. Still
Chester
just
with the Prime as well. Appreciate the 36
proceedings.
months.
It's all about the
Does
slow build
Bogdan's lore
here
actually work?
in this current
I mean,
matchup.
yeah,
I
it's
was
favored.
hoping for things to be a little bit more
The
explosive,
stats
but
support it.
right off the get-go, it's just a little bit of pokes around. They spotted the clone going out of short. They come in with 3. Jit Boys as a secondary split push as well. And at this point, it's all eyes on GE2 to see if they can wrangle that momentum back. Autumn 1 away from dimensional drift. So perhaps looking to get
How different is your
something
daily
done
routine during
towards middle.
season and off season? It's like a completely different life.
Momentum, so I think it'll be a good time
be
for us
honest
to
with you.
listen in and see what GE is doing to put together this round.
Here. Camera. I broke camera. Just playing slow, dude.
They know him, yeah, they know him.
Cypher beam.
One stop mid, guys.
Kali, when they dash side, he will flash here.
Everyone make yung one, they might retake, yes. They flash me, guys. Maybe fake. I cannot kill it. I'll get info, bro.
Still in the same household, that's true.
Fake. It's only Cypher,
I watch short. Pushing me. They push out in one.
Yes.
Good.
Two aim, break your
On their way into
The double
B side,
fake
there's
dodge.
lurk
Keep an
over
eye on the B
towards A as
rotate
well.
on
Primi
this
just
one.
gets deleted by his counterpart, and it's not gone well.
Tuck in,
for Full
tuck in,
Sense.
your mate's
They have
tucking
kinda
in.
just
Very
tried to
nice.
contact
Together
play
on
both
this.
sides of the map, and
Holy,
neither
are they going
of
to
those
manage to win and they got the
contacts
Phoenix
goes
all
well
out
for
of them? It's a big
So now they're
round.
gonna have to try and creep their way back out to B, see if maybe Cruz can find this pick in middle onto Autumn.
Don't think so, though. He might have made a drop.
He made noise for sure.
Oh.
Autumn prepared for it, but
Okay,
can't
saw
win
the
duel
gun.
anyway. Cruz just getting that
Oh
peek as
no,
advantage,
boys.
and Jit Boys
The 3v5,
into
not like
B
this.
side now. Full Sense starting to put it together. Let's see if Harvey can hold on. Patman on his way across to try to reinforce, but doesn't want to overface the angle and will inevitably, you'd think, be getting smoked off here
Just
by
got his
Cruz.
recon back a sight. Does it close? You got no idea.
Running out
Dude,
of time, too.
13 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds. They're going to have to make something happen here, but Harvey's still in the back of sight.
Doing good.
Surely this can't go well.
Oh,
Full
dude.
Sense,
No,
the time
dude,
pressure
he
could be
peeked
too
right at
much.
the end.
Patman just has
His
to
teammate
peek
got
and
the kill, they
deny
got a bit of
plan,
space.
But he can't
Oh,
survive.
they messed it up. It's a
And so
5v3 and they
Full
got
Sense
an
put together
eco
an
after.
extremely
It's so
unorthodox
costly.
round.
It's so
Definitely
costly.
feels odd.
That might
And
even be
GE
like the
actually
round that
did
decides
well
the
to
map, to
withstand
be
the
honest with
initial
you.
hits too. You
It's
could
so
hear it in
big.
the team comms. They knew that it was a fake. They were clearing
Yeah,
out
they
all
worked
the
out it was a
initial
fake. They were
intel
both
gathering
committed. They
utility,
got out of
breaking out
there.
the drones, breaking out the cameras.
And then
But
it's hard on this one. Autumn definitely should at least crouch because of the angles.
Players like Jit Boys, even though
So
they're
he kind of
out to
messed
run
up.
it back, they can still regress. A couple players going down, but they still manage to find the trades. They push
And
in.
then
Cruz
even in the
gets that last
3v3, they
shot
kind
at
of
the
messed
end,
up.
and that's the biggest difference maker.
Wilson down to the Sheriffs.
These
It's nicely
clutch
done
rounds
from
could
Cruz.
actually really be a big differentiating factor between these two teams. I expect it to be a pretty close match on paper, and a lot of those kinds of matches do, in the end, get decided by which of your teams has any individual step up in any given moment. So there's one already for Full Sense. Patman pulling a kill back onto Jit Boys, though. Start to raise a bit of a question around how this anti-eco might go.
I just don't expect them to be pushing out A main like that, but still, Outlaw is always going to be a big anti-eco weapon depending on where and how Primi's positioned. Looks like they might just leave him off on an insert towards short, see what he can get done. They do know that Autumn tends to be the player around short. They've done well to eliminate Pat, who went into line with the TP. And there it goes.
Mate,
Numbers brought back to Full
I
Sense.
swear,
their choice
the
pick
nerf
now,
on the
but Spike
Outlaw,
dropped.
I'm yet to see it.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. That Cloudburst
It's
will not
very
keep
good to
him
make this
alive,
one doable.
but he's still done enough to bring this round maybe back into contention. Good recovery from Primi after a missed initial shot. Crystal's position noted now as well. did prompt out that neural theft. So a little bit of, you know, I guess investment from Full Sense in this round, which they maybe would have otherwise liked to have held on to.
Perhaps, but I guess better to play it safe anyway. At this point now, as long as they don't give up the 1v1s to Crystal.
He's the type of guy that can clutch these. He does have the clutch gene. We saw that last split. We've heard the conversations around it. See if he can do it again this time.
He's so confident
no idea where
over towards A main with
was
this.
set up. And so
yeah, they did nice damage, really.
Easy finish to what was actually
a
a
lot of
round
ults for this round. Big buy, a lot of ults.
They're starting to edge their way in front.
Yeah, played it safe. I mean, you kind of knew they were on side anyways, but Full Sense played it incredibly well. Just down to all the individual trades. It does come close for sure. If Cruz had not picked up, you know, just a bit more, or Premier coming back in to bail out some of his teammates, this round could have gone differently. But it's good to see Full Sense back in this sort of form where even though like some of the initial picks don't go their way, they're able to bring things back. But here comes the big problem, the op in Autumn's hands.
Yep, this is what we were really waiting for, and this was part of the reason that you sort of highlighted. Maybe this is why they picked the Yoru.
Oh,
as we know,
I don't think he saw the guys unsure, right?
Any which way.
Whoa.
It might not be required this time around,
dude,
though,
that flash
because the
did
rifles are getting
nothing
it
on
done.
this.
Patman Yudotan, who, by the way, fancy footwork, gets himself out of that Hunter's Fury.
He got hit by the last
2 for 1 to start things off.
So
Harvey wants to fight for middle. He's got the backup
dude,
there
nice
on
aim.
Autumn as well. But like I said,
at least they did this together as well, double fighting on middle.
For GE and Cruz.
And they keep it pretty clean, 4 alive, they got to save all their ults.
Respond back immediately and keep the score even.
That was incredibly tight as well. As soon as they saw an opportunity, GE pounced on it.
I will say I'm enjoying how
TP peak
together GE are playing.
They get information.
Every single fight right now is like multiple.
To apply the pressure out towards short.
Great stuff from Harvey, by the way. Those shots are
Oh,
clean.
look at these two, man.
Jiggles around the corner as well to allow for Crystal to swing off of his contact. Like, this is amazing stuff. And Full Sense just didn't really have an escape route. They didn't really have a mid-routing option in that round.
5 ultis
But
online
their fist
here for
bumps,
GE
there were
as well,
two out of 6 fist bumps
ready
were
for
connected.
A scrap.
The coaches were part of the 2.
Gonna drag Full Sense into the parking lot. We'll see what gets done, though. I mean, immediately with the Blade Storm, and G will be happy, more than happy, to play off the back foot. They can always go in for retakes, which is why you can see a lot of the players.
An instigator? I'm more of a reporter right now, to be honest.
They just want to see
I'm just reporting what I saw.
Poke around. Full Sense, you know, they're kind of committing.
Strong connection from the 2, well, from the 4 players. Sorry, from the 2 players, 2 coaches that did fist bumps.
Yeah, I'd say it's a bit more of a default here from Full Sense thus
Full
far.
understanding from the other 8 players, I would say, to
cost them more
not be involved.
To clear out though, and the op in hand. Ooh,
some of them didn't even move off of their original starting point.
Get a bit of info as well that B main position has been taken by Full Sense. It wouldn't really be much of a surprise to GE, to be fair.
Rotate goes in.
Cosmic divide, block off market. Just get
Yoru got a TP to get over towards site. No, this is a hard site hold. Crystal might have to pop that pretty early for it to not get hit. Like, you can pop it now. Now. Oh, God, it's way too late. Okay, no wall. Oh, it's a bad setup.
It's Crystal that is kind of sacrificed to this round for GE.
It's a bad setup, and at the same time they pop the Sova ult without the Yoru ult. Worries me a little bit, but he did get the good damage. Holy hell, I can't speak.
Pat's thinking about a lurk, but either way, once they get close enough, dimensional drift, the flash to come in. This is going to be big for GE.
Autumn looking for information. Hasn't seen too much just yet, trying to clear out B main, but everybody's on the site right now. GE fighting their way forward. Thanks to Harvey and Patman, having quite a bit of success in doing so as well, and Kalua just swings back onto the line.
Actually,
that was holding,
fine.
and there's
Holy,
the 2-piece
nice.
with the op, finally starting to get the opportunity. So GE pull off a really nice retake.
Like you mentioned,
maybe
right
a little
off
timeout coming in.
They had those ults, they had every piece needed, so nice way to put themselves back in the lead. Autumn as well towards the end there, just truly answers the call of duty. That operator of his jumping out, swinging,
it's a fine Shelly.
Picking every single frag that needs to be picked. And as well as mentioned, that the flash that comes in very nicely at the end as well. I mean, they recognize that off the dimensional drift, Full Sense is going to try to play in front, and they just quickly dealt with that. So this is going to be now broken economy for Full Sense. going to be a tough way to dig themselves out of this hole because you're looking at a likely 5.
Okay, force them down to an eco. We'll say the eco's pretty good. Premi not getting the hero gun is a little questionable for me, but
first deterred by the smoke.
I'll ignore it for a little bit.
But Pat is on a line too.
Yeah, money not great for Full Sense in this round. So you've got the hero rifle in the hands of Killua. Got that mid control established very early on.
Who is Sushi Boys? Is he the same as Jip Boys? No, they're different players. Sushi Boys is 2020 to 2023 player. Best team was Zarsha.
But it's 2 players on the
Maybe he played in 24 actually.
Going to catch Primi. I think he's maybe just safe enough from it, but we may not get the answer in the end. Full Sense opting to take the contact play into middle.
Yeah, with the smoke as well, it forces G to disperse just a little. Ultimately, it's the contact to clear on market and short that matters quite a bit more for Full Sense, but now they're seeing there's nothing there. Might be tempted to waltz down or go all the way back from spawn.
Something. They are starting to telegraph it a little bit though with the
a short push on spawn. They're pinching short. That's a mad shot from Primi. Yeah, and that's 2 guns to pick up. I like this idea as an eco though. Little pinch here. That's nice. It's hard once you get past this point, but they pick up guns, so they make it doable.
Waiting for them. Sephiroth picked up by Crystal on the rotate.
I think we should have won this round.
And doubles down and pretty much secures the deal. So unless Cruz pulls off something, it's not really going to be much of a round.
Love the idea from Full Sense. This is a cool one.
There was a moment where
Smoke, vision block here as well. It worked a little better because obviously the 3 stack was over towards B.
They're starting to get in control of this map now.
This is pretty fun. That was a good round.
Well, yeah, Jordan, I have to agree. I feel like that was kind of as good as it could have gone. I feel like if GE did their homework from last week, remember against Nongshim, actually Full Sense did a very similar round where they went in all the way through the back of spawn, tried to set up some kind of a split push towards a single site. This was a variation of that, and I think GE very quickly recognized into it, which is why even though they lost initial contact with like Yudotan going down, everyone else starts to pivot back towards the tree position. And you can tell he's definitely ecstatic about it. The homework
don't want to get ecoed.
He's just so happy. I love it.
Yeah, it's working wonders for the team, isn't he? Alongside the rest of the coaching staff too. But now it's a lot of noise towards middle. Full Sense might have
silent push
from main.
Like Killer is watching, smoke, but how ready is he for it?
Yeah, GE might have an opening from middle here. Yudotan.
Not super fast on it as well. It's nice from G. They create a lot of pressure over towards middle. I'm worried that the Omen sticks around though.
Re-clear middle before they try and do anything else, or at least respect the space that G has taken.
Draker in the YouTube chat, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that.
Look at where Autumn's positioned as well. He's giving himself an escape plan with the gate crash.
Can't believe the bot took it away though.
Full Sense haven't done too much towards
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Recent rounds, they're gonna try that now with Sephiroth, trying to extend a bit for the team. It's a fake push, and Autumn whiffs.
That was a tough shot to hit, to be fair.
Dude, they're loving a fake at the moment. The amount of fakes and double fakes they're trying to do.
They are just kind of walking their way over into B, and
gets really weird. Bruh, GE after taking middle, they look more confused than Full Sense did, to be honest with you.
But there's a question here I was going to ask of Patman. His timing not great in the end.
What's meant to happen? You know, like this that they just did here, where they push over towards middle and they do that. So you create a question mark over towards middle. They've probably taken A main or B main. What you're meant to then do is like, if they don't insta react and hit over towards the site, you're meant to then leave middle where they explore your question mark and get the map control back, and you retake here with numbers like A main or B main. But they ended up chilling out in middle, and then they didn't have A control or B control.
Full Sense tries to
they legit looked full on lost after taking middle. It hurt them.
They thought that it was going to be the same thing.
They didn't know what to do at all. It had them more than it had Full Sense.
Goes a little bit deeper than they would have liked. Puts himself in an insert, catches Javi by the back, and everything just gets thrown into chaos from that point. Now they might have spotted Autumn from the one-way smoke as well.
He's going to look to fight. Will get forced away by the molly. So space taken by Full Sense. There's 5 players over here. They're just going to commit to the A side. They recognize maybe there's a gap in the defense there, and they will be proven correct in that assumption.
Nothing in terms of util to stop the Killjoy ult, so what's their actual plan to deal with it?
One thing Full Sense might need to respect, but
normally you go fight over towards door. They put it in a...
Oh, Privy just gets out in front of it. He doesn't care about your lockdown.
Yeah, they decide to fight over towards heaven.
They're
still got to respect the ult though. As soon as Patman smokes over towards A main, it's a hard retake. Omen Flash should go on the back of it as well. They should tap while the Omen Flash hits.
Wonder if maybe these smokes are going to cause enough of a ruckus. Patman
the best smoke. Why is there a gap in that smoke?
By Jit Boys. Defense looking poor now. That defuse does start. Crystal is really relying on Harvey to get this job done alone. The smoke is not enough with the spam.
Why is my guy not facing out here? Holy, 2 disaster rounds from GE.
This will be a little bit too much to do. He's hitting some good shots, but
2 absolute disaster rounds for GE. We got the whole mid thing where they don't know what to do after taking mid initially, and then this one here, Patman, he's just rushed his smokes.
I'm telling GE before that retake can really begin.
Exactly that, isn't it? Oh my goodness. And now we're neck and neck again, Jordan. I mean, just see exactly how this whole round plays out and brings back to mind.
Hey, there's no point in doing that smoke. You've already smoked off the main choke. You know they're there.
Yeah, last week we saw Full Sense maybe throw a couple of rounds against Nongshim, but GE
just get your first smoke right.
We've seen these players sometimes crack
then get your gun out.
Pressure. Like, composure was always a thing that
or if you're going to do that originally, to smoke the spike and then duel.
Someone brought back towards Full Sense. Do we start to see that happen again? So far, so good, though. Just continuing to control as much of the map as possible. Mid
it's a little bit panicky. However, but this is also the issue when like people want it too much. Like if someone wants it too much, like the nerves just.
Thinking to push through the smokes.
I think if you've got 3 players dedicated to A, you do have
to
make
end up doing dumb
move.
stuff.
There's a sound cue the Full Sense are going to hear, and I wonder if that means they'll.
Or you like over push, overstep because you're trying to make the winning play all the time.
I'm not sure how I feel about the B hold though. It's just Javi and Crystal, not much util. Maybe the Killjoy, a little nanoswarms and turrets.
So 3 players on this site now. Jit Boys has got the runner back available. He's going to again be the one to try to gather a bit of information. He's trying to fake the site. In fact, remember, GE was so good at figuring that out last time, but this time they do not
really
have the pieces
on
in
the
place
side
to
of it
defend
as well.
this A site.
Lot of early footsteps for this one.
So that's free sight, but he's still going to have a go. Pat wants to take down the spike carrier.
30 seconds
this
left.
timing could prove imperative. Autumn's going to take the initial contact. This is when Pat might start to think about having a look. He's got to be prepared for Sephiroth tucked in that corner. In the end, he
goes, not ready for the
just lets cooler heads prevail, and that will, in the end, be a bullet in the back of his head from Kalua, who doubles down, and Sephiroth is in there as well. Bladestorm out now for Yudotan to try to salvage the situation.
Really? Now you know you isolate ones.
Looking to do some damage as well with that Hunter's Fury. Jit Boys has found the timing window, but the shots are not there, and Yudotan comes up in a big way. Shock dart enough to push them off of the spike, but not enough to win the round. GE will claim
it's a weird decision from Killer to ult on this.
It really is, but composure again. That's the theme of this fight. Both sides battling tooth and nail for every single round, but the one that puts the knife to the opponent's neck in this round would have to be GE. The way that Yudotan pounces on the opportunity. Although Autumn does well to hold and then the pivot back over onto the A site, it's down to this little play. The Hunter's Fury, he spots out Jit Boys trying to go for the swing, jumps and throws in a knife at his face. Down to the little clutch situation as well. Full Sense are starting to let the rounds go all the way towards the end game, the end portion of the rounds, and that's not good. But at least they still have enough for the prize back up. Operator still in the hands of Autumn, and he's able to send that global presence back over on the A site, but it's a short opening.
That was gnarly. Primi, instant flick, instant headshot.
I love this little layer. Normally when you do this, it's called BBL strat. Normally when you do this, you go 4 A main. You go 4 A main and you go 1 over towards short. The 4 makes sound on A main, the guy on short pounces.
Close to equalizing this,
but it's like a really common strat. Like everyone has this in their Ascent strat book. So to have this be 3 and this is the one with the luck here is awesome.
Look at Cruz.
Cruz.
But he has to play patient though. If he goes too far,
but it's weird. Like what pause is he trying to achieve here?
I mean, if he even just gets 2, if he gets a 2 for 1 and that plan's gone down on B in the meanwhile, he could still get his money's worth.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
None from Cruz. Unbelievable. Autumn turns around at the perfect time, and now Sephiroth's job, you'd say, is
I guess he's a little unlucky that GE are like pushed together.
6 HP.
But I think no matter him pushing there, he's only going to get one because it's the same as him coming up short.
Corner on this site is now paper thin. He's going to get chewed through.
It doesn't. He's going to positions that could have been achieved from here, so they're like more
say that's a one and done. They're going to have to make a real error in judgment and not clear it, which in the end doesn't happen.
It's a good half from GE. They should be pretty happy with that, to be honest.
Pretty comfortable round victory, and in the end, a solid
I would say that they
7-5
messed up
you have to
3
take
rounds as well.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
lead
if you actually
right
think
there.
of the rounds that went
I'm
down,
starting to think about the next
no,
maps
man,
that
I
we
think this could have been
G played that summit. Yes,
if they fully like
position, sure, the Teo, everything, but
it was 1 good, 2 good, 3 good. Yeah, like a 9-3, to be honest.
That tape have come up with anything, but that's,
I think Full Sense should be happy they got 5. They were messing up quite a lot.
Same thing again as well. Like the map is really in its infancy. I don't think you can be taking.
It was a really all over the place kind of Ascent. I'm not gonna lie. There's some nice rounds, there's some really bad rounds.
Teams can be running for the rest of the season on this map. So yeah, that'll be a bit of a question mark in the back of the minds of Full Sense. Haven't seen really any timeouts in that first half though from either of the coaches. So I guess in a sense you'd look at that and say maybe the game is kind of going to plan for both teams. Obviously it's been a bit back and forth, but
Prime Ad will do it for the next one.
Make any major adaptations or change-ups. Happy to let the teams kind of duke it out and hold those timeouts in reserve for the second half. So this will be where now, I think in the second half, the layers are going to start to intersect a little bit. We're going to have a little bit more.
The problem is we have full info.
It's a map that could still go either way. We've got 4 timeouts available.
So they could think that it's a 2-1.
For sure, Jordan. I mean, like, especially once it goes into this half where G is on the attack, things are going to get slowed down quite a bit more now that, you know, Autumn's on that Yoru as well. But
I mean, on the contrary, once he gets that ulti,
okay, that's a different thing.
You can full send into a site with that.
Takes a little while before he gets there, but yeah, that's a combo between the Yoru, the Sova, things like that. But meanwhile, for Full Sense, I mean, that was a little whiffed flash that Jit Boys had, and that's why he lost that kill towards I think
Headlife, thanks so much to the 21 mums.
Up around a cage, which is really unfortunate, but I guess that's why there's no real timeout yet. Macro-wise, everything's kind of going accordingly for both coaches, both teams.
Yeah.
The most well, I say the most classic pistol, but normally it's like a 2-2 or a 3-2 here. Actually tuck in over towards middle, hidden.
Early advantage in the second half.
It's a late flash at the back.
Easy TP through.
Oh, it's nice. It's really nice from Full Sense. This turret does not see because of this, but once you go up the top, it does see, so they should get info.
Only got Sephiroth on this side, and he is just ducked under the balcony, hoping that he can try and maybe find a 1-for-1.
Oh, I do like this pistol from Full Sense.
He's holding for the reinforcements, and well, it might be really down to Sephiroth to actually hold the fort because the reinforcements weren't doing much.
Yeah, they got a little unlucky with the timing.
On their way in to another pistol round win, 7-5 very quickly. You'd think should be turning.
The only thing I would say is if they're gonna do this and break the turret, they have to do that. They gotta create pressure.
Extremely confident. These guys are
they gotta create pressure, but because they have the one that's over towards site, they feel like they have to help him out, so they want to go fast over towards door.
Full Sense tries to fast flood back, but because of the turret off from top mid, G was not worried whatsoever.
The idea is good.
Sephiroth was meant to be the linchpin of that round for Full Sense, but I gotta admit that hold from him looked kind of lazy.
This here?
He missed
yeah,
every
I don't know if he had
I don't know if
he had any orbs or not. Like Ideal World, after seeing the turret here and it getting blocked by the little ledge top middle, like they should have walked timed up. To be honest, they should have gone behind, but. Yeah, they get a lot of info on this one. We'll say Spike was down over towards spawn, so they can't and they're gonna lose a little bit of time here in terms of hitting site.
The back end, Kilo's definitely a little bit concerned about that. Crystal's just gonna continue building up whatever advantage he can. Who's gonna get the spike plant though? That's the main one. I would have thought it would have been Crystal perhaps, but they just want to leave him marking the back of A main, so maybe an extra olive point for Pat doesn't matter too much, but right now, this hold is not one that Full Sense can break through. Still gonna try though, just for the exits. Play every single lane, but that Marshall is gonna take them down bit by bit, so maybe doubling up towards tree or short if they can take down Autumn. At least another ult point, but not even that. Jit Boys is low.
It'll be another ult point, but Not for full sense. For Autumn, in fact, and you told me this Yoru ulti, it took a while to build up.
We could throw the bandit over to Zav if they want to keep the money really good. Or you just keep it because you got a...
Oh my god, look at this guy.
You got a Marshall.
It's only round 2 of the second half. He's already 3 points away from his ult. That's your boy right there.
That's my boy.
We're already back to Yoru farming the ecos, yeah.
Don't get me too excited. I might start singing the Australian national anthem.
We weren't gone for long.
Is that what it
And
sounds like?
as
That's absolutely
more teams
what it
start
sounds
showing that Yoru is
We're gonna go
viable, it's gonna,
and look at this,
gonna be
because
used a
of
lot
minimal
more.
damage sustained, GE has
Kind of takes a couple
all
of...
the
I mean,
rifles
sometimes it
in
just
this
takes
round.
one team to use it.
Man, it doesn't look like they're messing around either.
Fake.
Bit of presence already being shown over towards that B site. You've got Triple City. Autumn, even despite not running into one of those,
Fake with the camera is so good, bro.
Signs in this round look like maybe Full Sense might start to pull it back.
I got mad respect for the attempt, but
so far,
it's so
he's
unlucky
able to
that the
pivot
camera's
around
there.
because he's playing
It's so
towards the
unlucky.
bottom of middle.
I did like the
Jump
idea.
comes
He
back
fakes
into
the same
reclear,
pathing
only
that the
spots
normal
one
clone
player.
does
Full
as well.
Sense
So
knows where this hit is going to.
With tag already onto
Oh,
Jim
I'm not
Boys, forced
flashed.
away as well
Okay,
by that
we're-
paranoia. The space
there's only 3
opening
here,
up,
though.
but Yudotan has no idea that Cruz is tucked in the corner. Full Sense
the nice little
coming back into their own. Their first
balls
gun
to
round
leak
of
out
the
smoke.
second half. Looking to be a good one. This is the exact kind of round as well you need to start this half off with. Build the economy up, feel a bit confident, you know, start to get the ball rolling. Otherwise, GE could well have run away with this map, but it is by no means over yet.
Yeah. I mean, hey, on the flip side of that coin, right? Like, if GE had that bonus round, I dare say this map was done.
I agree. I think that would have been a bit of a bridge too far for Full Sense to come back from. But
with Yoru coming back again.
Back 9-6.
Extra might be
too
able
bad.
to.
Again,
Ah, for sure, it's viable.
All the
It's
timeouts in the
viable.
back pocket as well. So lots of opportunity.
Dude, Rankers could
start to go wrong.
And that alt's
It'd be so
still
funny if
building
Rankers
up for
reformed and then just
Crystal
did
as
what they
well,
did
Javi too, like,
and
it's
qualify
just gonna
again next year.
continue building, and then in those rounds, Full Sense really need to look to even out the score, which is why this round was so crucial for them, and it's why Cruz with that hold around the smoke. He actually did a similar thing against Nongshim again just last week, but
Dude, they should
this was a
legit.
fake clone.
If the replay guy was really on it here,
sort of
he replays it
worked
from
until it
the
didn't, you know?
from the Cypher POV. It would
Nice
it
try.
must have looked so funny.
But either way, good way to hold, but it makes you think if Full Sense will stick with their current setup, a 3-2 split, and G trying something different.
Yeah. Time now to hear what Full Sense has to say about this round.
น่าจะช็อตมันชอบทำเสียงคอนกลางอยู่คอนกลางอยู่
เราคนเดียวอยู่นะคิด
จะ
ว่า
มาสู้กลางเปล่า
ได้อยู่ได้อยู่ได้อยู่ได้อยู่เอ้ยมาเอ้ยแค่หันฟาร์มกำลังไปด้วยมัน
ใช่ตัวนึงมันเดินกลับมาท็อปมิด
กำลังไปด้วยก่อน
Placing swarm predict swarm.
พี่จอยมาพี่จอยหน้าบี
วิ่งมาหน้าช็อต
เอาดับพังแท็บเอ
ต้อง
เหรอ
น่าจะเจอ
พี่ออฟเป็นดับมาแท็บเอพังแท็บเอครับปรับเอ
ได้ช็อตมาแล้ว
มันพังแท็บกูเฉ
ท็อย ปมิดท็อปมิดท็อปเจช็อต
ได้พังแท็บกูไม่ได้พังแท็บกูไม่ได้พังแท็บ
And it's just all about trying to piece it together as much as possible. They heard the orb, now they hear footsteps out towards A short. That's what Cruz was calming out to the rest of the team. But GE good to apply more pressure towards B site. But does Full Sense bite the bait? They do for the time being. But there's not
Not
much
really.
else.
They still got
They
3
should
strong
have
over
hit it real
towards
quick,
A.
right
I
back
feel like
over
they're
to the
fully
A
on top
site.
of
That's
this.
why you do see Kill
Whoa.
beginning to make some moves around.
Molly
Bit of delay
re-clear
utility with the
wine
Phoenix.
to
that
force
drone went
2
through,
holding
but
the
again, Chip
angle.
Boys
That's
up
a
close
that's a
and
nice
personal.
idea.
30 seconds
Able
left.
to get that opening pick, and now
He has a Molly lineup here that clears wine, and then you go into a double hold.
It is imperative that Crystal picks up that kill.
15
now
seconds.
that throws the
Look
fox
at the
among their
minimap.
mouths. Full
Oh
Sense
my
have no
God.
idea where GE are going. I think GE
They
at one point maybe
all
didn't know where
went.
they were going, but 10 seconds on the clock. They are going to get into the A site. They're
Oh,
going to
you
get a plan.
gotta give me a coach
And
replay
Full
after
Sense
this.
completely rotated
You
off.
gotta,
That
if they
is
lose this
a
round,
minor miracle pulled from
Pull up,
GE.
though. Drip
You
Boys
gotta
does
give
have
me a
run it
coach
back for a
replay.
retake.
Okay, well, we'll see if he can make anything happen here. Privy
Oh
and
my
Chip
God.
Boys both finding themselves an entry.
Holy
but
hell.
Autumn comes alive.
Dude, a
Drops
coach
2.
replay
Is it
will
enough though?
feed
1v1
for so
now
long
for
if he
Patman,
wins
who
this.
used to be post
No.
Pat, but this time he
Oh
cannot
my God, it would've
deliver.
been
Full
insane.
Sense. Get the defuse.
God, they
9
all
to 7.
rotated from that.
They're
That was
coming back.
nuts.
Beautiful way for Full Sense to come in hot off of that retake. They were definitely bamboozled.
No, they were. I mean, they were insanely in control until 30 seconds hit.
Thanks to that run it back, thanks to the initial contact, despite Autumn's best efforts at actually doing more of the damage through the smokes, Full Sense were still the ones to deliver that coup de grace against GE.
Yeah, that's nice from Autumn, but unfortunately, not enough done. Clean from Sephiroth. Great crosshair placement. Good reaction. Full Sense slowly but surely working their way back into this map. It, as we said, was expected to be a close matchup, and I think that's very much getting delivered upon here. 9-7, another
sort
of half buy from GE. Cruz is under pressure, but he's got the help.
I didn't even hit the guy in tiles.
Boys. There's going to be a hot hands through. And, well, GE are not going to slow down at all. Boys seems to be somewhat aware there's someone else here. Yeah, he knows. Oh, no! He knew, but he second-guessed himself. And now it's falling apart. GE
Primi,
out of
mate,
nowhere.
you got to save them here.
Might be getting a sneaky round unless Primi can do Primi things.
It's going to be tough.
Oh, he's here very early. Oh, that's insanely winnable for Primi.
Oh, he's missed. That's not a Primi thing.
Oh, that's a
Primi
big miss, man.
But apparently he does.
I am speechless.
I mean, I think he was a little bit surprised that Crystal was there, frankly.
He considered it, though. He had the crosshair in the right spot. It was just off by a
stick.
I mean, that's how it goes.
Put him back on deadlock.
Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. This round just got a little bit too chaotic, a little bit too fast. And GE are thriving in that.
The whiff by Jet Boys as well. You're absolutely right. And I think this is what GE intended to do as well. I mean, it was a half-buy round. They went all in, trying to pick up the pace, definitely firing things up, and this is now our first timeout of the series.
I can't believe this took 17 rounds to get to our first timeout. You know, there was so much conversation, obviously, about the
that is pretty mad.
Going over to
no one wanted to take a timeout.
Taking over for GE and that head-to-head and all of that, and we haven't had any impact so far from the coaches, at least directly in the server today. Now it's their chance.
Double digits.
Hey, you can't go. You can't go. No, it's their chance, and then cut to him and he's not talking.
Or if you're Frost and say like, I am the guy. I am him.
Okay, Jack. I will shoot the coach some bail here. Like obviously,
that's where the conversation shifts.
That's pretty cool.
It's a minute timeout, right? So we were focused on Frost for like the first 40 seconds. He might have been speaking for the whole 40 seconds. And then we cut to him, and then he said his bit already, and the players will say stuff back.
Double
I promise he would have said something in the timeout. He wasn't silent for the whole minute.
This is going to be big for GE. Full Sense. I can see why the timeout is called now, but I don't know if they're going to be able to react accordingly. A bit of a trap play towards B main, though. Flashes at the ready.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Dimensional Drift plus Hunter's Fury.
The classic.
Oh, no, they could all line up for it.
That combination
is
so
classic.
Potent, but so far not quite working out. Autumn recovers
no one more to this
Primi drops, now Killua as well.
Oh yeah,
and
Lunatic. What are you trying to do, lose the round?
Well, he has cooked up a meal in this round as well for GE. They're into the B site. 3-on-2, Sephiroth half HP, Plant going down. This is GE's round to lose.
One enemy remaining.
But they've done well to withhold against that.
Yeah,
big
buy rounds. They used the killer combo. Your old Sova ult. It's almost impossible to lose a round like that. I'll be honest.
Off of the timeout.
You would struggle to lose that round
even
with the
though
ults they're putting in.
Doesn't exactly collide against the setup that Full Sense had, it does well enough to throw
Zarb
them
at the
into
tier 1.
disarray.
Appreciate the 15 mums.
Everyone just comes in to pick them apart. This is, I can't lie. This stings.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Astra suck on this map.
Kind of
Astra's okay. The main reason that you don't see it is because a lot of the time the Astra has to anchor a site, which means that one of your sites are really, really weak. Like everyone plays an Omen because you can actually just anchor over towards A. It's probably one of the better, if not the best anchors.
So what do you do? I mean, you've got another timeout in
but normally you play like one Senti, and the Senti historically plays over towards B.
This is Frost's darkest timeline. This is Frost versus you versus everyone. That's his social handle, by the way, everyone. I mean, his team is now broke. That's one thing. I don't know what else the timeout could do, but like, Autumn's back in with an outlaw.
Cruz saved an Odin.
Oh,
woo! Let's see what he can do.
1v5.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like it might have to be something to that effect, right? You just don't have a whole lot to work with. Chip Boys have got the runner back, sure, but what's he really going to do with a pistol?
Frost was just not going to take this lying down, but given the result, I can only imagine what that headspace, what that mental space feels like right now. GE, though, look at them. So comfortable doing their due diligence.
Picking the right side on this,
They
but
clear out main.
not sure they're going to go in with the
clone
three.
to fake out to clear so many
I'm
of the
about
trips.
to clear clones.
Bait out reactions from Full Sense. That's a blaze wall now gone. So they consider that there may be players hiding around, but probably not on site, right? No one shot at the clone. Pat's applying pressure towards a site. Full Sense not biting though, but the main thing still firepower.
Well, the firepower from Chip Boys. Hold on! Maybe there, actually, as he gets that headshot in onto Crystal. He's helped out by Sephiroth as well. Is there another twist and turn in this map? We have to wait and see. Plant yet to go down, obviously, for GE. They don't have a whole lot of tools, actually, to defend this post plant. I mean, no paranoia, no flashes.
Bottom's got big damage. That's surely got to be something.
They got a shoot gun good, basically, to hold this. And Chip Boys has got to run it back, so they're going to have to shoot gun even better. This is essentially a 5-on-3, one of which has now been dealt with. So back to the 4-on-3 for Full Sense, but info is info. Harvey and Autumn, though, connecting, and that firepower
and they got the Phoenix sword out of them.
They shoot gun really good in GE.
Full Sense.
Just waiting for the replay.
I mean, this was a weird round in general, but... Okay, GE, 5 goals. And then they got their map coming up next, but I'm not sure I favor them on their map after watching them last week.
Him shoot good.
Really, really good.
Nice setup as well, obviously. Just sort of swinging off the contact, swinging off of one another. The coverage was nice. It's a nice crossfire there as well.
In hindsight, can we say the solo fake was effective? No, it was awful.
Look at that little creep crawl from Chip Boys too as
don't even try and give me it.
Platoon is on that interview with Vic. He was hiding it so much.
It was like a 2020 fake.
Now he's in the coaching booth.
He's in football hooligan mode now.
Well, what a politician, man.
This is the last round potentially of the map. It feels like it kind of is. Full Sense have not delivered on this defensive
I mean,
side
Full Sense have an
all.
okay buy here. They got Astro for retake.
For OT. It's Premion and Operator. Oh,
Premion and Operator. He's pretty good.
Lockdown as a reaction.
Ooh.
G has options.
This could be
towards middle if they want to.
Could be the start of something for Full Sense here. 5v4, Killjoy all gets put in.
Spike needs to be picked up.
Might feel okay to just fully leave the side on this one, but oh, that's nice. The Astro isn't the best for retaking over towards B. Like, it's okay, but the problem with the Astro is you're normally just doing this, and even then, it doesn't feel great. Oh, mate, they're really gonna lose this one. Got owned by a Killjoy.
That's Yudotan. They are trying to take him back. They managed to catch him, but still onto the site. Pat is up by logs.
That blaze wall holding them at bay for now. Crystal and Patman doing the same. Autumn will drop. Nuke it on the block. Sephiroth to try to keep the game alive against the clutch minister himself, Crystal. Like I said, he's been here time and time again, and now he's got the info. And Sephiroth got the idea. Crystal, early damage and finishes the job.
Dude, they wrecked them on this. I would even argue the GE here, there was like one big round on each half where if they lost it, they would have to eco, and they messed up both of those rounds. I kind of think GE should have kept this cleaner.
Can Full Sense still come back into this series? Well,
it was really rough from Full Sense on this.
What a display from GE. They looked far and away